What's up, YouTube family? Gerald Greenlee here with Clean and Green Lawn Service in South Georgia. No lawn work in this video. Weather is just too nasty. But I do have a project. I am about to go and swap out a 40-gallon water heater and add a drain pan. Customer's water heater's not working. It's old, didn't want to worry about the elements, changing the elements or trying any of that, just want to get a new one. I recommended to them to put a drain pan under it. I hope the drain pan I have will fit. It's a kind of a tight spot, but a drain pan is a very cheap way to protect your floors, especially if you have particle board. Particle board does not age well with water, so I am headed to the house now, rolling in White Lightning, all junked up. Look at all that. Look at all that. Got all kind of junk in here from projects. White Lightning is my handyman limo, I guess. If you don't know what White Lightning is, you haven't watched enough videos. It's my 1995 F-150. 150. So, anyway, I'm almost at the house now. Got to go and pick up the water heater and a couple other little things, some plumbing stuff, and hopefully I'll have everything I need. You never have everything you need. I'm gonna take extra stuff, but I'll never have. I don't have a lot of CPVC, which I'm sure is, as I remember, is what's hooked up to the water heater, and then some flex lines. But anyway, we're gonna get everything we got loaded up, and we're just gonna hope that's enough. And if it ain't, that's why you work on plumbing stuff through the day while the store is open. So we'll run uptown and get what we need if that be the case. So anyway, let me get off here and get back in here and get this water heater loaded up. Okay, all loaded up. Got a new water heater. Got the dolly. Take this one in, take the old one out. It makes a big difference if you can get a dolly. Got a garden hose. Drain it. 40 gallons of water in it. So, gotta get it drained. Got all my other plumbing stuff in, tools and all's in here as normal. I got the drain pan right here. I'm gonna have to put a 3/4 inch drain on it, which shouldn't matter. This is really just for an overflow. They had a 1 inch in it. I had to switch it out one I had because I don't have any 1 inch pipe. So, you know. Anyway, we'll go get this thing installed. I should be able, hopefully the customer won't be down there. I can get you some footage of it. So anyway, here we go. I also want to go ahead and say this before I get there. Their yard is one of those kind of yards that looks like it would be soft when it's wet, just where they're located at. So I'm just going ahead and throwing that out there. I've seen something move. I thought, my Lord, can't lose the water heater. But I'm just going ahead and throwing that out there now. If I get stuck, I might have something good for you in the video. So I sure hope not, though. I got way too much stuff to do to be stuck in a yard somewhere. So anyway, we'll see. All right, here's what we got. There's some water down there from something. I'm not sure what that's from, but anyway. Oh, it might have been this thing that was in here. Anyway, we got the hose hooked up. We about to turn on the drain. We're gonna let it drain while we bring all the other parts and stuff in here. So we're gonna see how this goes. Hopefully it goes good. I don't know where that water's coming from because there's water. There's not any water on anything in here. Maybe it's leaking around that. That seems to be pretty tight. Let's see if we can get this bad boy. sure how much that opens up. Alright, let's go outside and see if we got water. I'm afraid we may have one of those deals where this thing is so corroded that it's not going to drain. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to check and see. Oh, these things are never, ever, ever as simple as they seem. So this pan, which I knew I was gonna have trouble with it, but it was really the smallest pan I could get. For the water heater I had to get. I had to notch out the wall here, notch out the wall here, to take the blow off valve off, pressure release valve, pop off valve, and now I'm gonna have to move the wire because the wire is under there. So, and then I'm gonna actually turn this like that and shoot that bad boy straight down through the floor right there for the drain. So anyway, it's gonna work out. Just taking a little longer than I anticipated. Alright, now we got some leaking around the CPVC. I don't know what in the world they've got here, but that's a mess. You can just feel corroded up glue, which it was leaking here before because that's wet down there. So I'm gonna have to go. I don't have any CPVC, so I'm gonna have to go get some of that and some fittings. Do this thing back up. Get my elbow while I'm there. Like I said, when you're renovating and fixing stuff, there's always something else. Always. Now, if you're just getting started doing this kind of stuff, you'll learn pretty quick that you got to factor that into your estimate. You know, I got some customers that I do work for, and they never even ask for a price. They just say, hey, I need you to come do this. And then whenever I get done, I give them a price. And they pay it, no questions. And obviously, no questions, I guess, because they call me back again and again and want other stuff done. So they feel it's reasonable. But I try to be reasonable with people. You know, again, I'm not trying to get rich piddling around doing this stuff. But, and then I got some other situations. I'll give you another little helpful hint too. This, and I may have shared this before, but this is how I handle, say somebody says, I want a price, you know, give me a quote. And if I look at something, I give them a top end quote, and I let them know that, for example, you know, parts, labor, everything for this job is going to be $800 max. Now, there are times when I do that and I charge $800. There are times when I do that I charge $600. Everything goes perfect, no extra trips to the store, ends up not being as hard as I thought it was going to be. The customer's very easy to please. They, you know, they not nitpicking everything, and because you have to figure in, especially with a new customer, you have to figure in extra stuff that's going to happen. You have to figure in how picky. Now, if you're OCD and everything's got to be dressed right, and you ain't gonna leave, you know, you're gonna take 4 hours to do a 45-minute job, regardless. I mean, then that's fine. But sometimes, you know, if you're just making things work, and I'm not talking about doing sloppy work, but a lot of times in fixing stuff for people, they're only willing to pay to have it fixed. They're not willing to pay to make it new. Okay, so you know, those are just things you have to keep in mind. But anyway, I had some other stuff to do today, but this is what happens. That's why you don't overschedule, overbook. So I'm gonna go up here and get these parts. yards and go back. I'm going to actually buy a shutoff valve to put on the cold water coming to the water heater. I can't stand not having a shutoff valve in the water heater. I'm by myself. I had to walk 75 yards to get to where you turn the water on to the house. Now, if something had been leaking in there, I just barely turned it on and then come back and let the air off and then went back. But if something had been leaking in there, I could have had a major disaster, you know, in the time it took me to get from the well to the house. So I'm at least going to put a shutoff valve right now at the water heater. And that way, if I have any more trouble, all I got to do is shut the supply line off coming in and break the fittings loose, do whatever I need to do. So, anyway, I'll check back with y'all in a few minutes. Okay, there we go. We have got it installed. I don't even know how long this thing took me. Too long, I know that. It's 4:30. I want to say I started about 1 or something. The other one was a mess. I ended up taking this valve out once I took it outside with 40 gallons of water, at least 37, 38 gallons of water in it, and then I took this valve out, and it was so much corrosion up in there, it finally drained, I think. I got to go out and get some seal. I'm going to seal all this up. I didn't bring any foam with me, but I think I'll be fine just sealing that. Good silicone seal on it. I'm not gonna, I didn't take this board out. They had that out. If she wants me to put it back in, I'll put it back in, but I'll probably wait. And, you know, just make sure everything's gonna be fine. There's no leaks. I've run hot water. Those are hot from running the water, so I think everything's gonna be fine. But anyway, that's it. Oh, and I used out my little shop vac, cleaned it out good in there, so it worked good. First time pulling it out of the box today. That's some nasty water. Oh, did you see that chunk come out of there? Every time it skips, that's a chunk of stuff coming out. Alright, maybe that'll finish draining. I'm gonna roll up my water hose. Alright, I am back at my shop. Them old goats out there hollering. What y'all hollering about? Mr. Wilson's on top of the house. Let me see if I can get y'all zoomed in here. Well, I'm trying. Can't get the zoom to operate right. There we go. There's Billy and Josie's over there. And Wilson's on top of the house. I don't know if you can see him or not, but if I go in there, he'll come running, jumping at the gate. But, yeah, an old chair out here. Alright, let's see if we can zoom back out now. Well, I'm having all kind of problems with the zoom today. Anyway, let me get the truck unloaded, get it set up for tomorrow. Go cut some grass in the morning, then I got a couple of projects, or I got a project to work on tomorrow afternoon, so I was going to do a little roofing job, but I'm just not doing that in this weather. So anyway, I'm going to get all this stuff out the back, stuff that don't normally go in here, and then I got all this junk up front. Some of this stuff, a lot of this stuff is stuff I don't take to every job. So anyway, I'm going to get all that unloaded and get it set up for tomorrow. And I don't know what I'm going to do the rest of the day, but anyway, hey, hope you enjoyed the video. If you hadn't already, hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up, drop me a comment, love to hear from you. My prayer for you is always the same. The Lord might richly bless you, that you might see all of your blessings as from Him. Have a great day.